Yeah.
We are live. Okay. Hello everybody who is live with us on the live stream. We have a Dutch audience, but we're still going to do this presentation in English for the international online audience. And
Yeah, let's start
it's
then.
Piyush and me. And first Piyush.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Ludo. Cool. Shall we introduce the Learnshops as well? Yeah, okay. So this is, you all know, but for the audience, these are Learnshops which we do every once a month. And this is for the projects which are going on in One World Citizens, and also for the outsiders who want to learn new stuffs. So both can come, and it's free. So today's Learnshop will be on social media marketing strategy. I'll be taking the strategy part, and Ludo will be telling exactly how you can do Instagram marketing by using mini vlogs, video logs. So yeah, we'll be checking out the Instagram stuffs from you.
When you're finished, I'll go on when you finish.
Cool. Okay. So before that, lights.
Yeah.
On or off? Off. Yeah. Better? Cool. So let's see, social media marketing strategy. Before I say something, I would love to ask what do you think is a social media strategy? What do you do with social media, and how do you think a social media strategy can work out? Maybe you can tell something. What do you think is social media strategy?
I have no idea.
You have Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you do with Facebook? What do you think, how Facebook can help you in marketing your service or product? Anything?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, cool. That's why you are here, maybe. Cool. You maybe want to try? What can be social media strategy?
What it can be, I think it's the, how do you say it? It's the cooperation of the different channels and how you get your message with your target group. I think that is
Okay.
that's the social
Yeah.
media strategy.
Okay. Tim?
The way you use social media for your own or brand purposes, and interconnected.
So to connect with your probable customers or
maybe
someone?
to generate leads or just
To generate leads.
Build awareness.
Okay.
It can be everything. Depends on the strategy.
Yeah, true. It can be anything, and you have to think of it before executing your plan. You have to think of it, and that's what this session is about. Tim and Alice, you want to try something? What do you think is social media strategy?
The plan you're making for using social media for your project or for your business.
Yeah, and what could it be, like one of the points? What do you think would be in the strategy?
Which channels you use,
Which channels you use?
how often you use them,
Yeah,
what kind of names you're using,
right. Yeah, true.
who is your target group.
That's
things
true
like
as well.
that.
Yeah. For whom you are making social media execution. Yeah, very true. Ludo?
It's not a personal profile page. It's
Yeah,
really
it can
about
be anything.
about something, some service or some product. So it should be differently managed than your private
Pages.
and
Yeah, could be. Depends again on the strategy. What's your strategy for your personal page, and what's your strategy for your business page? How many of you agree with this? Can this be a social media strategy? What do you think? Have a basic presence on social media sites, use quick and super cheap bribe for liking and following you, more results without too much time and money in it, use social media to sell your products and service. Do you think this can be one of the social media strategy to start with? What do you think? Many people do this, or they don't do this?
Yeah, I heard that you can buy likes and followers.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they control it now, but I think that you won't sell anything because it's machines liking you and following you.
Right.
So you won't get any turnover. You will only have
So
status.
my suggestion would be a strict no to these kind of strategies, because they are not strategies. If you want to go back to it again, this will not work if you want to be successful as to either to brand yourself or to brand your product or services. These are just quick bites which make you think that you are fabulous in marketing. And many people have heard who start their business, the second thing they do is open their Facebook page, make their Facebook page, Instagram page, YouTube pages, and they think that their marketing is on, that they are doing social media marketing. So this will not be called a social media strategy. A strategy consists of these stuffs. And when you talk about the, should I close?
Yeah, they can only be when they are up.
Okay. And now they don't want to go down. Okay, so a strategy consists of these points, and if you don't have these kind of points in your strategy, then it means you have not planned well, and you are just jumping to the execution. So it should have an evaluation plan. An evaluation plan is something you do something and how you evaluate whether it was right or wrong. So you should have an evaluation strategy. We'll see every point in detail. A set of goals. You have to set a goal in mind today, that what you want from your social media to work for. A budget in terms of dollar and time. We most of the time people mean by budget by like money, but time as well. How much time and money you need to execute that strategy. Plan of action, yes, what activities you will be doing, and it will be completely calendared. And this has to be your integral part of marketing, communication, and plan. It cannot be like you are talking something else on social media, but as a owner of the company, you are talking something else when you are live or when you are doing live workshops. So this has to be your spine of the whole marketing plan. It cannot be that, oh, you are a separate personality on social media and you are completely different and weird in real world. So it has to merge together. Let's see in detail. Before we jump on to social media strategy, how you can do it, let's see why you need a social media strategy. Do you think you need a social media strategy, or is it too simple, like just keep on posting on Facebook or something? Why do you need to plan so much for social media work? Many people think that you have to plan for maybe real marketing, but social media marketing can be done casually. Yeah. Let's see some points, or if you want to try something, why do we need a strategy behind it?
I think if you just do something without a thought, then in the end it can be more damaging for your company than it's doing any good.
Yeah, very true. And this is one of the points as well. Many celebrities, you would see, they have tarnished their image on social media because there's no plan about it. Most of the people take social media very emotionally. Today I'm drunk and I will keep posting something. Tomorrow I'm too happy and I'll post something. So it turns out to be too emotional. It's emotionally activated, but it should not be. It should be very much done in a planned process. So that's one reason. Let's see a few more reasons why you need a strategy. Because social media is growing. Social media is a reality. It's not a new thing which people don't know. People are there on social media. The mobile social media has increased to 60% from 2012 to 2014, and the reach is around 818 millions. Now, this is another section which is coming up these days in social media, the older user adoption. So people who are between 55 to 64, the age which we consider as a retirement age, that is coming on social media. So that is when these days people talk about, hey, my mom is on social media, my father is on social media, all those. It has gone to the older generation as well. It's not just a newbie thing where teenagers are going. So it is consuming a big lot of population. This graph is about country-wise growth, how countries are picking up social media, and very, very fast. Saudi Arabia, India, United, UAE, the East, because social media emerged from the West, and now it's consuming and playing a big role in the East as well. People consume media differently. Um, so these around 22 plus million people have social media profiles, which means they are active users of social media. 5 million have daily newspaper subscription. This is very important. People read on social media these days instead of taking a newspaper. So social media is very important right now. If I tell you that tomorrow you have to put up an ad on newspaper, you will first sit with me and discuss things about, because there is enough time and money which will go in the newspaper ad, and many people don't take social media that seriously. So start taking social media seriously, and that's where you need a strategy for it.
Can you talk a little bit slower?
Slow, yeah, like sound or flow?
No, slow.
Flow.
Yes.
Okay.
A little bit slower.
Okay. Let's see the second point: purchasing decision. There are many spheres of a general life in which decisions are being taken on social media. So that's why social media is important, because it is helping people to take their purchasing decision. That purchasing can be a purchase of products or a purchase of service as well. Just see maybe a little bit. Let's see, socialize is pretty easy. Let's say advocate business. So if someone is in advocate business, which means law or something related to advocacy, let's see what is the percentage. Around 39% people advocate. Oh, okay. Yeah. 39% advocates are active on social media. This is the graph which shows advocate passive and advocate active. So this is the advocate business. If you see learning, social media is used a lot when it comes to learning. So if you have a business related to learning or education, then you have these sections: self-education, research, keeping yourself informed, or track the real time. These are the spheres in which you can see people research a lot on social media. So even students go on social media to research, and when you have to learn about something new, you go on social media to learn about that stuff. So this graph shows that what are the segments and how social media is active in those segments. Like for example, shopping. Now you can see shopping has two major parts: purchasing and comparing. So people don't purchase too much on social media, but they compare much on social media. So it's not like if you put up something on social media, on Facebook, like I want to sell this shoes, a pair of shoes, I may not buy, but I will definitely compare on social media more. My buying can happen on a website or maybe outside the social media, but my comparison, and then maybe I would love to learn on various kind of shoes. So this graph is a very interesting graph which shows how social media is used.
Why would the express yourself part be so little? Because I think that
Which section you are talking about?
the green one.
Socialize?
No, to the left one.
The lowest.
The lowest, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's really, it just surprises me that is so, that social media is so, how do you say it? That express yourself, that I thought that was really important motivation for people to use social media, but
yeah. So this graph, what you see is a big number, and this is a big number, but this is even bigger number. So it's not that it's not happening. It's happening, but just realize that in business it's happening more. So that's why it's even more important. What I completely agree with you that we show off our emotions a lot on social media, and if it's too much for you, just imagine how much is this part.
Yeah. Oh, but this is only for business. This is not for
Everything. Express yourself, socialize. So just see socialize to connect. Connect is probably the maximum part which actually social media is for. So you are connecting. So you're very right. If you see that what's happening, expressing yourself is too much, then this is way too much.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Third, your competitors are already using a strategy. So if you are thinking that you have started a business and you are the only one, don't be in this illusion. Your competitors are already using a strategy to execute their social media. Maybe when Ludo will take up some popular Instagram profiles, you will see that people don't become famous in one day. We think that, oh wow, it's fabulous video and you are famous. No, there's a strategy behind it. being into digital marketing business, I can tell you 98% of the things which go viral are planned virals. Seldom it happens that somebody says something or does something which becomes famous in one night. Seldom it happens. Everything has a strategy behind it, and most of the things which you think that are like it became famous in one night, they also have a strategy behind it, which we don't realize.
But they don't know it's gonna be that successful.
Yeah, the result is nobody knows, but there is a strategy that they have put in their time and money to make sure that it becomes famous, it becomes viral. So there are consultants and there are companies which say we are viral consultants. So my job is to make your thing famous in 1 week. I'm not, for example, a viral consultant. But there are many people, for example, if tomorrow is an event happening, or something, tomorrow maybe the Prime Minister is coming here suddenly, then you will consult a viral consultant who makes sure and who has the contacts and everything ready that he can make your content.
With many people on Twitter and things like that.
Yeah.
To boost
To boost and
the
there's a
event on social media.
yeah, and there is a proper planning for virality as well. They are called influencers. We will cover it in further video, in further slides. So your competitors are already using a strategy, and that's why even if you have started a business, even if you are an entrepreneur, start using a strategy before jumping on to posting things on Facebook or any other social media. The fourth part, influencers are playing a very important role in your decision making. What are influencers? Any idea? Tim, maybe? Who are influencers?
People with a small audience, like 1,000 till 1 million people who have a reach on social media.
Yeah, very true. These are influencers.
Yeah, hipsters that have a lot of people looking at them.
Yeah.
And if they wear a particular brand,
Yeah.
then everybody will want to have this too, because they are just a kind of image of a particular style, of
Absolutely.
a particular lifestyle.
Absolutely.
So people who follow this lifestyle, they are kind of the gurus of a particular
Gurus,
lifestyle.
yeah. So who were influencers 20 years back? The movie stars, or the celebrities, or maybe the politicians. They were the influencers because you followed them. With the invent of social media and with the invent of course, internet, this has become, you and I are influencers. But we have to be dedicated to that topic, to that genre. People blog. Why do people blog for free? Why do they put their content for free? Why would I invest my time writing 100 of blogs? Why people like Ludo would make so many vlogs? Because everyone wants to become an influencer, and if you don't know this strategy, you are losing out on very many things. I know many people who are very good writers, who are bloggers, vloggers, but they don't know how to make money from that because they don't know influencer marketing. And this is the whole chapter of influencer marketing. Influencers are present on internet who bias, I would not say bias, but who convince you to buy something, to buy a service or a product.
But do you have in the long term, I don't know if it is, but if everybody is an influencer, then nobody is.
Yeah.
Don't you? Isn't that what you get then in the long term?
Yeah, that's very true. So I cannot say that this marketing strategy is working today, it will work tomorrow. No. Who knew what is influencer marketing 15 years back? But this is the time of influencer marketing, and you are very right. These days, for example, I received an email from YouTube around 10 to 15 days back, and it says that, oh, you have a YouTube channel, but if your YouTube channel doesn't have at least 4,000 followers, then I will not let you subscribe to the monetizing part of YouTube. Because they know that this is happening. Every Tom, Dick and Harry is trying to become an influencer. Like, I will just post shitty videos on YouTube, and I think that, oh, I have around 1,000 followers and I'm a great person.
What did they ask?
They said that if you don't have at least 4,000 followers, then they will not let you subscribe to the monetization part in YouTube. In YouTube, when you play your video, there are ads which are placed on YouTube videos. If somebody clicks, then you earn. Yeah.
But what does that mean then if you don't get access to that part?
So you're just posting the YouTube videos for free. You're not earning from it.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the whole chapter of AdSense, how Google helps you to put ad on your content so that somebody else clicks on that ad and a part of revenue goes to Google, but the major part of revenue goes to
you
you.
can only use ads in your YouTube only if you have more than 4,000
Followers. Yeah.
followers.
Yeah. So that means you are a substantial influencer. YouTube doesn't want to give just any shitty content to anyone, and YouTube is filled with all the shitty content. So it means if you have 4,000 followers, that means you are creating some value, and that's what YouTube want to promote. Yeah? So YouTube is already on your path where he's realizing that there are influencers in every field. So let me promote only the good influencers, and that will happen. Today it is saying 4,000. Maybe tomorrow it will say 40,000. That only if you have 40,000 followers, then I will promote you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and so that's why you need a strategy, because influencers are business people. They are not just any casual. They are business people, and when somebody is doing business on social media, he is doing in a planned way. If your strategy doesn't match with their strategy, this connection will not happen. You will not be able to get in touch with influencers, because influencers will not get in touch with you if you are just anyone. They would want to see how serious you are with your social media campaigns.
Can you name examples of these influencers?
Yeah, we will see in. I will come back to you here because I have videos on that as well.
Can you define what you mean if you say influencer? Because you also have local influence with 1,000 followers, more or less, and they are very underpriced. But what do you mean if you say influencer?
Yeah, so very good question, Tim, here, because and in my presentation ask these kind of questions, especially if you are talking about digital marketing. This is a very important question because you are talking about measuring. Always measure your efforts. So if I say influencer, tomorrow I can say I'm influencer, a sticker on my chest and I'm an influencer. No, an influencer can be measured. There are many tools which can measure how big an influencer you are. And what do they see? There are many algorithms which see almost all the things. I will tell you a few things which internet softwares track to see whether you are an influencer or not. First, the very basic thing, they see how many likes and followers you have. But this is a very low priority these days. Just likes and followers doesn't matter too much because there are so many frauds and the robots can like you and all those stuffs. They see how many times your name is being taken on internet. How many people are discussing your name in comments or on Quora or on various question and answer websites. How many people are taking your name in their own blogs? So, if for example, if I tomorrow come to Den Bosch and none of you knew me, I'm not an influencer.
Yeah.
I'm an influencer because you know me, because I know you. So when real people know you and when real people talk about you, that means you are an influencer. Yeah. So this is how you measure, and there are many sites which calculates your influencer scores. Clout is one website which gives you a score, and people are like crazy. They want to become a Clout score 70 or 80. So, and many people, if suppose you hire me tomorrow, that Piyush, you are an influencer, can you promote any stuff? And then if I say yes and you give me money, then you are a fool. You should not do that. You should measure my profile. You should check my profile on these kind of platforms to see what internet is saying about me, how good an influencer I am, and then invest money on me. Yeah, don't just look my Twitter followers and my this follower and that follower. No, these are very fake numbers these days. Yeah, am I still a little fast or am I okay? Am I okay? The flow?
Yeah, maybe
a little more. Okay, the fifth point which we discussed almost a little while back, that social media can make or break your reputation. If you do social media on your emotions or with the situation around, it can really make or break your reputation. And if you don't have a written plan on your table, many a times you will sway from it because you don't know
also
what.
for your personal account or only for your project or business account?
Personal as well. Like, it all depends what you want from social media. If you want to have a casual life, and I would say you don't want to build your brand, then it's okay. But if you're really thinking that people should know me for a brand or for a purpose, then you should take care of your social media. If you're like how you dress up. Earlier we made clothes only to cover ourselves, right, from the wrath of nature. But these days people plan, what should I wear? Which shoes should I wear? My color should match and all those stuff, right? Similar is the case with social media. It started with sharing emotions and all, but now it has taken such a big ground that it has become necessary to plan your social media.
So just practical, if I promote or I post something about One World Citizens on my personal page, I need to be aware of this, like it can either attract people or it can either scare them away.
Yeah, very much. For example, like I'm giving you a weird example just to explain things more. So One World Citizen stands for what? One World Citizen stands for, one purpose is to unite people and to bring people together from all across the world. Just imagine a post from one of the OWC members about a racial comment, a black or white comment.
Yeah.
It can really make or break reputation. This has happened.
The whole organization.
For the whole organization, yeah. I have examples. I have not put those examples, but yesterday I was reading those examples. People have been fired from their company for making racial comments. There was and especially it happens with the fairness companies. They all, fairness is defined in different ways in different countries, and many people define it in terms of white and black, fair, and all those things. Many people have been fired from their companies because of their false comments, and this has affected the reputation of the company.
And an interesting one is Trump, the president, and he posts whatever he thinks, whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Does he doesn't listen to his advisors, surely, but that's kind of interesting. He has no plan whatsoever, or maybe he's very clever. Yeah, maybe
how do you know?
Maybe it's part of his strategy.
Yeah, like from the angle which I see a complete plan there.
Okay.
The plan of being weird.
Oh yeah.
I see a complete plan here. I mean, you cannot. I will not say that I have huge experience of life or in business, but the little which I know, I understand that you cannot win your presidential election just on unplanned strategy. No, it's a plan.
Yeah.
It's a plan which a marketer sees that what's going in the consumer's mind, and he's playing with your mind.
Yeah.
So if to be very honest, if Trump could win because of anger posts and biased posts towards religion and caste, then that is the emotion of Americans. Yes.
Okay.
If you could win on that, that means a marketer has really been able to click on your mind. So that's his strategy. He has made a research to know that this is the reality and let's play on this reality.
It's a kind of act.
It's an act. It's always an act. I tell my people in my company, and after they have joined my company, they have stopped believing on social media posts. And although this is a strategy video, but many times when I talk about social media, I tell my first sentence is, stop getting emotional about social media. Stop getting angry or happy about social media. Use social media. It's not a platform where you believe too many things.
Yeah.
If somebody is laughing, doesn't mean he's too happy in his life. If somebody is crying, doesn't mean he's too much. And especially when this crying and happiness comes from a business page. Yeah. It's all a strategy behind it. It's about playing on your emotions rather than expressing my emotions. So be aware, the news which you see most on the globe, which keeps on floating on WhatsApp or keeps on floating, these are all, you will see how it is done, and I will show you a bit of that. They are all marketing campaigns. Yeah. And I will show you a real quick thing where you will learn that seeing a YouTube, a WhatsApp video or a WhatsApp share, you can understand whether it was a campaign or whether it was a natural just sharing. I will show you how it is done. So after we know that why social media strategy is important, let's see how you can do it now. Let's see what exactly you have to do to make this plan and make it happen. So the first comes, make your objectives and goals. Define your objectives and goals for your social media strategy, and you have to know that objectives are different than goals. It's like the mission and vision statement. Your mission can be your vision can be the bigger objective, what you want to do, but your mission has to be the real path which you have to walk or to run on. So an objective could be, one of the objective can be business conversion. Yes, I need more business, right? From my social media activity, I need more business. Second could be brand awareness. Maybe OWC's objective would be brand awareness. People should know about, we don't do any business on social media. We can, but our aim is to know so that people know about us. Second could be customer experience, like for a typical business, like an internet business or any kind of business, they would be, one of their objectives could be to enhance the customer experience, that customer feels that I'm connected to you. Fourth could be online reputation management. This is mainly for the celebrities and the individual, the coaches, the workshop takers, online reputation management. And there can be so many others as well. It could be connecting people as well. That can be like one of the OWC's objective could be to connect people.
Pause.
Hello. Goedemiddag.
More audience.
We will wait for a minute. Is it still happening?
It's still live.
Kom binnen. Yeah, we cannot pause, I think. Neem een stoel.
Doing post. On YouTube.
Ha, welcome.
Hey, hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
YouTube account.
We really niet aan mijn zitten.
Oh,
Dat is wel hoog.
Oh.
I will
Hey,
take it
hello.
again.
There is also a live stream in English. So I hope
Everyone is comfortable with English? If not, then also it will be in English. Because I know only English. But no, on a serious note, English is okay with all, no?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
If you talk
A little slowly, and I will make a lot of hand gestures.
These
So you'll
idiots, we
understand
talk
it.
fast. Yeah.
I'll take something to
Yeah,
drink.
I'll
Yes?
go slow. Okay, so just because we started with a new discussion, we were talking about how you can start your social media strategy, how you can exactly start doing what you want to do with your strategy. The first part was to create your social media objective and goals. So we were discussing about the objectives. What could be your overall objective? Now, to define your goals means I can say I want to live happily. My life's okay. My life's objective could be I want to live a happy life. That's my overall objective. But what are my goals? My goals would be, okay, I want to earn enough money. I want to have enough relationships. I want to travel across the world. These are my goals. I want to eat healthy. So you understand what is the difference between goals and objectives? So similarly, your objective can be any one of these, but your goals have to be defined. And one way in which the social media goals are defined is using this formula, the SMART goals. SMART means specific, be measurable, be attainable, be relevant, and be time bound. Let's see one point in each. Be specific. So you cannot say that I want to be very popular on social media. It's vague. It's in gray. It's not defined. So be specific. Do you want 50 followers, 500 followers, or 5,000 followers? Be specific. Talk about specifics. And when you talk about specifics, it cannot be in more or less, big or small. Give a number to me. Have a number in your mind that till August 2018, I want to have 5,000 followers. Measurable. Again, measurable means have a tool to measure that specific. So for example, measure, what do you want to measure? Maybe I want to measure my followership, or I want to measure how many likes I am getting, or maybe you want to measure on cloud score, which I was talking about, like my cloud score should go till 70. Have a measure point when you are defining your goals. So specific, measure. Attainable. Make a goal which you think is attainable in your capacity. For example, today you have started a business of maybe this biscuit. Today you have started, and you are a company of maybe 3 people. One is a baker, and maybe one is a purchaser, and one is a marketer. And then you say that till July I want to have 500,000 followers. It's unattainable. Like it's not naturally possible to have that unless and until you are like Bill Gates, who has started making biscuits. No, if you are a nobody, then reaching 500,000 followers in just 3 months down the line will not be possible. So have a goal which is attainable. Have a goal which is relevant to your business as well. So what do you mean by having a goal which is relevant to your business? if let's say you are in a business in which your audience is not on Facebook. Maybe you are in a business of old age homes.
Can we talk in maybe more practical projects instead of business?
Give me the example, like quickly give me examples of projects for it.
Like we are working all in projects.
Yeah.
To make it a bit more practical for us.
Sure.
To use it.
Give me an example. Which project should I take?
Well, for example, they are the work of water team with Augustine. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
want to start
Which is a very good example. So I think you guys are working on the water project for Kenya, right?
Yeah.
Right. Now, if suppose you try your objective, maybe your objective was to create a brand awareness in Kenya about this project. This could be an objective, right? Now, you also know that in Kenya, the internet is not that strong, right? So, where would you like to get your brand awareness? On Instagram, which is maybe on Instagram, but maybe on YouTube? Maybe not, because YouTube is all about videos. If your audience doesn't have a good internet connection, then your brand awareness on YouTube will not matter to them. Maybe you have to choose a platform which might be easier to work on the phone. So maybe Facebook posts, or maybe Instagram as well, because Instagram is quick pictures. So choose your goal, make your goal which is relevant, not just irrelevant goals that tomorrow you want to make your water project famous on YouTube, which has no meaning. Maybe there will be 5,000 followers, but they will not be relevant followers. They will be just anyone who is following you. It will not help in your business or in your project then. Time bound. Whatever you say have a time foundation, and who knows better than the Dutch about the time and the deadlines. So when you're talking about it, talk about the deadlines. Like, I want to attain these many followers, this, till that time. Let's see an example of how you set your goals. We will grow our Instagram followers. So see, this is relevant. He's talking about relevancy because he's talking about Instagram followers. He's talking about buy 50 new followers per week. So he's giving a deadline that every week I need 50 new followers. So that's my overall goal. And another example, for Instagram, we will share photos that communicate our company's culture. We will do this by posting 3 photos, again specific, 3 photos a week, time. The target for each is at least 30 likes and 5 comments. So he's giving a deadline of 1 week, and he's exactly talking about the specifics. This is how you make your specific objective, and not just any objective that we want to become famous on Instagram.
And why it's important to do that? Why I kind of just say like, okay, this week I do 1 video, or next week I do something else, or not even. Because
this will not be a strategy then. That's what I meant in the previous slides. Why you need a strategy? Because people who are already in the business, they are using a strategy. And when you move ahead with a strategy, there are better chances, or there are almost better chances to do better, rather than just being emotional about it. Or maybe today I will do 5 posts, and for a week I have done nothing, and then again. So, but to be very specific to your answer, there is no theory about it, that why I should do this. Only because we have seen that strategy works better. Like, for example, if I ask...
Is it because you're not interested to follow? So followers would not follow you if you just post maybe only family and friends. But
so somewhere down the line, it is affecting somebody's psychology. This is true. So I understand that when you follow a strategy, you connect with others better. So if you have a plan in place, plan means calendar. If for example, if we are working in a team, and if I start doing something on my own will, and I have not communicated to you, then the team won't work together. So this is kind of a managerial thing which we have observed, which the industry has observed, that if you follow a strategy, your success rate will be higher, rather than just doing things in bits and pieces.
So again, back to like a project. So if we gonna keep working on the water project, for us it's important and we open an Instagram account for this project because we want to show a project. It's important to think how many times I'm gonna post a video or a picture per week.
And we will come to that slide as well. But start with a goal first. That what do you want to achieve?
Yeah.
What do you want to achieve with those posts? And we will of course have a look. But see the goal. Talk about the goals. That what is the point of making a social media strategy for you for the project? Yeah. So education can be one. If your aim is to educate people about water projects, then that can be one of the goals, that we should educate people about water harvesting or maybe anything related to water. So if your goals are not defined, your content will not be in line.
Can it be a goal to show your project and to engage other people?
For what? Engage of what?
To work with you?
To work with you, right. So
or to invest in you?
To invest in you, yeah. So that is the goal. That's in your head always, and that you should write it down, that I want to connect with people to engage and who can invest. So when you say this specifically, ideas will come to your mind, and then we will see what kind of content you will generate to bind all these stuffs.
If you have questions in between, feel free to ask.
Yeah.
Will you share the presentation?
Yeah, I will share. I have a lot of links here as well, so, and I will share the sheets as well, on the sheets which you should work. There are working sheets as well. It's not just in the air. This strategy cannot be in the air. It has to go on the sheets. So for example, this, create a social media audit. Create a social media audit means, right now, whatever so first of all, you have to make an Excel sheet. This presentation is all about Excel sheet. If you cannot work on Excel sheets, strategy won't get in place. It will be just a brainstorming session or just an airy discussion. But have things on the sheet. Create a social media audit, which means today, if you have Instagram account, if you have Facebook account, if you have Twitter account, if you have any other account, first of all, place them here. Place the social network name here, URL of your profile, which means your profile URL, and who is the owner of the page. Note it down. So this is your first step in making a strategy. Whatever you have right now, just note it down. If you don't have, then it's okay. Then you are pretty much now like have nothing. But at least you will be having a Facebook page or maybe a Twitter page or maybe an Instagram page. Write down there. The second is go on a search for your social presence on Google. Now, you never know what kind of presence you have on internet. Search your name on Google first. Search by your name, by your company's name, by what you do, and see what kind of other profiles you have. You might be having so many other profiles which you might not know. You might have made way back. For example, I recently found that I have a blogspot blog as well, which is dead. Like I made it in my college days. So search on Google and get your all the social networks or profiles which you have on page here. So now take a decision. So these three you have already filled. Take a decision whether you want to shut it down or whether you want to keep it up.
Is that also for your personal?
Personal as well. But personal, again, I'll go back to this sheet. If you have an objective in mind, these are all necessary. If you just want to live a casual life, it's okay. Like social media was made for casual stuff, to be honest. But it has become so important, that's why we are making a strategy. Right? Again, the same example I'm giving you. We designed clothing to cover ourselves, right? To help ourselves with the wrath of nature. If it rains, then... But it has gone so much into it that we have started designing it now. We want to look good in it. We want to match the colors and, So you need a dressing strategy. As soon as the strategy words come in between anything, that means the thing has gone beyond the control. And that's when you need to plan it out. It has gone beyond a natural control. Relationship management. So that means, as humans, we were already equipped with relationships. But relationship management means the businesses are working too much on relationships, so you need a relationship manager. So management and strategy, whenever the word comes, understand that things have gone too big, out of control. And that's when you need management. I was watching a video of one of the Indian gurus, and he said that today I hear something called stress management. So he said, you have to manage things which you want to keep. So you are doing a stress management course. That means you are doing something else as well, which is stressing you out, and that's why you need a stress management course. So why are you keeping that stress with you, right? But yeah, you keep that stress because it's important to you. It gives you money, or maybe it gives you other stuffs as well. So once it becomes so much important, you have to start managing it. Similarly, social media has become so much important that you have to start managing it. But if it's not too important in your life, just make it casual. Yeah. Okay. So search on Google and see what are the other profiles you have and bring them on the page. Evaluate your social media profiles. So now, once you are here, you have taken a decision whether to shut it down or whether to keep it on. Here you have a social network, you have a URL, and you are the owner. Like who is the owner, you can write. And now see, what is the mission statement of that profile? What do you want to do with your Facebook profile? What do you want to do with your Instagram profile? What do you want to... So this objective can be a little different with other profiles as well. So for Facebook, for example, again coming back to your project, for Facebook you want to say that my Facebook profile has to be simple and quick to consume because you are on Facebook. You want to, I'm just giving you an example, but you have to brainstorm among yourself to see what's your strategy. But for YouTube, you can have a different strategy. Maybe for YouTube, you can say that, hey, on YouTube, I will put only, like how we have for OWC as well. On YouTube, we only put learning videos. But on Facebook, we also talk about, oh, we are traveling by plane, we are doing this small thing, we are doing that small thing. But with YouTube, we are very specific to learning videos. We don't put casual things on YouTube, right? So see, we are doing this, but we have not put it down on a paper. So this is what you do it deliberately then, and this becomes a format which people follow and you also follow. So with every social media, see what's the mission statement for that particular social media. Fourth, make your social media profiles, make sure your social media profiles are on brand. So this is a little bit on the brand side. If you have a company page, then mention the company pages here. So if you have a brand page, then mention your brand pages as well, because these days all Facebook, all social medias have a personal profile and also has a company profile. So mention your brand pages here as well. Centralize the ownership of your passwords. This is very important. I know how I deal with them. You have to keep your passwords at one place. So again, the same points, but maybe here I'm missing one row. Here you should have username and passwords. Keep your passwords and username as well in one sheet. Many a times you will forget, and it will happen, you will forget all those passwords and usernames. Have a sheet which is designed for that. Create a process for new profile. Now this is, the sixth point is when you have a team to work with. So if you know that in future there will be other people who will be managing your social media profile, then better have a system that if you make a new page, first we will put a cover page, then we will put a profile page, we will mention the about thing, we will mention phone numbers and all. So make a process of your profile making. This is how you define a profile. So what I do with my team, I have already given them the basic stuffs. So this is the profile picture. This will be the about section, like what you write on about. This will be my date of birth. This will be my phone number. Exact things that you should use, and then go ahead with it.
And then it's all the same for every
all the same, yeah.
channel.
And then every channel will say, I even take care of my picture. Then all my pictures should be same. It should not be that in one picture I'm looking something else, in other picture I look something else. So that gives my audience an identity of myself. Here, let me show you something.
Oh, no.
What is your view on brand pages versus personal branding?
Rank pages.
Brand pages versus personal branding.
Yeah. These days it's very important because I see what my observation is, many people are becoming entrepreneurs. So it's no longer that a company exists as a company. Many people are coming into the business of coaching or workshops or individual photographers, videographers. So your individual identity very well will mix with your brand identity, or most of the time your brand identity will become your identity. People will, maybe less people will know virtually than Tim. Tim will be the bigger brand than virtually. And that's what,
Virtually is your company name.
yeah. And that's what I tell my company people as well, if they're listening in the live video. I've told them clearly, gone are those days when the company name was bigger than your name. I want your name to be bigger than the company name. I want my company name to be known by your name and not you because of my company. It's the other way around. And these days, your personal branding plays a lot because of this social media thing. In social media, people want to connect with you, will want to connect with you on an individual level, rather than just many people these days, their brand logos are your own face. They will animate their own face, and your face will become their brand face. Like, for example, see this, like the website which I am looking right now, neilpatel.com, and this is the guy, and can you see the top logo? It's called the Favicon. So he is the face of the company, he is the logo of the company, and his company is a big company, probably more than 200 people. He's one of the top 5 names in content marketing, and he's the guy. And he will always put this picture. Neil Patel is always bald. He's always without hair. Yeah, did I answer your question? But no, you asked what exactly?
Yeah, your views on personal branding versus
Hi.
business branding.
Yeah.
You answered the question.
Yeah. So, and that's why that's why you have to be very careful about your personal page as well. Have a goal in mind. If you have a business, then people will see your personal page, how you behave in your personal page, what kind of posts. When I employ people, I ask them about their Facebook and Twitter pages, and I make quick judgments when I employ people. I will not tell what are the judgments, but I really see their Facebook page, and half of the impression is made that what kind of person you are, what kind of things you post on your Facebook page. It creates an impression of what kind of thought process you have in your mind, right?
So can it also be more people in one project, or one, like for example, One World Citizens? Does it only have to be our founder, Monique, as this image, or do you think it can be more people, like we can be face of?
Yeah, you could be. Everyone could be the face of the company, but then you have to set your objective and goals right. You have to get bound with the company's objective. It's not that if you want to become a face of the company, maybe you as personal Alice have to take a back seat, then put your business Alice in front. So if you are in the business of marketing, you have to put more things on marketing. People should know about the marketing stuffs. Like in LinkedIn, take example of LinkedIn and Facebook. In Facebook, you post so many easy stuffs, but on LinkedIn, you are always trying to put forward some business stuffs where people are interested to do business or something like that. So of course, you can do that, but have a strategy behind it, have an objective and goal behind it. So I was showing you how this sheet looks like. So this is the sheet which I was talking about, the steps, social media audit template. And you should have these kind of papers in front of you to actually fill in. And need not be paper, but use Google Documents or Google Sheets to do this. So this was step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. This is how your Excel sheet will look like. Right? So we were at point number 2. Point number 1 was create your social media objectives and goal. Point number 2 was social media audit. You are taking all your social profiles at one place. Let's see point number 3. Create and improve your social media profile. So now you have to work on, I will not be focusing too much on this because this is a complete open field in which you have to deal with Facebook, Instagram, everything. But create and improve your social media profile, which means what kind of picture you are having on your display. What is the message which you are talking about. And I have put down all the blogs here which you can read. Social media image guide, how to optimize your Facebook page for business, Instagram bio ideas for business, Twitter bio ideas, And 3 ways to give your business a LinkedIn makeover. So LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Check these videos out, blogs out, and you will understand what I mean by improving your social media profile. Right? So this is the third step which you should do. It will take me a lot of time to explain everything, so that's why I'm concentrating this workshop to only the strategy part. Ludo will be focusing a little on the Instagram stuff. Yeah, now we are coming to the most important part of the strategy. This is the core of strategy, which is actually the working thing. So this is the final Excel sheet. Let me first show you the Excel sheet, how it looks like. This is your Excel sheet for the social media thing. It gets divided into, first, a sheet gets divided into subsheets in terms of months, January, February, each month. And each sheet, for example, right now I'm in September, each month gets divided into week. So this is week 1 till here. And then week 2 starts. And for week 1, again I've divided it in the vertical way, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Right? So understand how the sheet is designed, because it has a lot of information from all the verticals. So first month-wise division, then week-wise division, then day-wise division. And in the day, you have to mention that these are the channels. I have Facebook with me, I have Twitter with me, I have Pinterest with me, I have LinkedIn with me, I have Instagram and Google+, and Tumblr. Tumblr is also a good one. Now, this is your Sunday strategy. So on Facebook, you are mentioning that I will do 3 posts on Facebook, 3 on Twitter, 3 on Pinterest, and however I'll give you the numbers as well, that how many posts you should do on each platform. And this is the content you are mentioning. So you will write now here, this is what I will write when you will be posting. This is the image link or the video link which you want to post. And this is the time on which you will be posting. Why I'm telling you this is, it's not that you will always be engaged on this sheet and daily you are getting on this time and posting. There are softwares, like Hootsuite is one software, in which you can upload this sheet and he will automatically keep posting on your behalf. So social media strategy doesn't mean that you need a team of 10 people. You need at least some people to design this sheet. Once the sheet is designed for maybe an year long or maybe for 6 months, depending on your objective and goals, you can upload this sheet to softwares and the softwares will keep posting on a particular time.
Where can the image link be stored?
Here, image.
Yeah, if it's a local thing and you upload it to Hootsuite,
Yeah.
I guess it won't recognize the.
Yeah. So if you are if your photos, you can upload them first on Flickr.com or maybe on Google Photos. So upload them on a network, and then so that you have a link to those photos.
Yeah. And nowadays you can make a post, but then press post later, right?
Schedule. Yeah.
Yeah, in
You
Facebook,
can schedule as well,
in
yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't know about Twitter and the
Yeah.
rest,
Yeah.
but sometimes I use that. Yeah, I make on Monday post for the whole week,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then I schedule them. Okay, this
That's
one
what-
on Wednesday, this one on
Yeah.
Thursday.
So you are already doing a strategy, but your strategies are very like week based.
Yeah.
Maybe your objective might change the next week.
Ah, yeah.
But this sheet is about when you do it professionally, when you hire a professional, he will make a complete year plan for you.
Ah, nice, yeah.
Right? So your year plan will not depend on your emotions. Tomorrow you have a breakup and you will see that your weekly plan will get shifted to those kind of emotions. It should not happen. Your business should not get affected because of your emotions.
Yeah.
Right?
Cool.
So this is how your sheet will look, and this is how your sheet should be filled in to get the content on board. Let's go in a bit more details. Can you see this image? This is how it is filled. So see, this is week 1, Facebook. At this time, I will be posting this much. Content type, we will be talking about it. There are many kinds of content as well. What kind of content you should fill? So this is like a live video, a promotional video, a normal video, curated content. I will tell you what's a curated content. So this is a content type which you are posting. Then the topic, and then the message, and that's the link. Yeah, so everything is uploaded, everything is on a sheet. That's what is called a strategy. And similarly, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. Yeah. So this is very important. Almost, if there are 100 businesses on Facebook page, I think only 2 are doing this. Not even 2, maybe 1.5. People just post on Facebook, and that's why when I meet people, and they are very passionate about, I'm doing social media, man, yeah. But no, they don't have a sheet. If you don't have a sheet, you're not doing Facebook. Like, no, you'll not get business Facebook. Let's see these points. So how you will be able to fill this thing? What type of content do you intend to post and promote? What type of content? There are different kinds of content. I'll tell you what are different kinds of content. Right now we are doing a live video. This is a live content. Second kind of content would be my own recorded content. So this is me. This is the company which is recording their own content. A third type of content is called curated content. Curated content means I will pick your content, and make a full story around it. So this will not be my original content, but it's a curation. The word curation means accumulation of stuffs.
Can you name an example?
Yeah, there are many, like, check my blog on, I have to open the blog here. So, see, whenever I blog, I make a note. These are all my information, that even I give a code number to my blogs. So this is this level of professionalism, that tomorrow I know that I will have hundreds of them, and I should be able to track them with a code. So you should even give a code to your posts so that it's easily trackable. So let's say, which one should I made a post on One World Citizens. Why and how youngsters can look forward on social entrepreneurship as an option. Yeah. So you will see that this is called curation. I have included my viewpoints, but I have also included this thing. So basically, I'm getting content from other stuffs as well. So you mix your own creativity, but you also bring in more content from outside. And that's called curated content, because every time you cannot create original content. But even bringing on the other stuffs from outside is also a new content. And that's also very important. Otherwise, I will keep on speaking about myself, and I have only limited knowledge. I cannot have too many knowledge of everything, right? So I can curate content and accumulate good content. That's also a good content.
But what we are looking at is the curated content. What the text you showed, it's only the link that's curated
No.
from you? Or
Yeah. To get a clear picture, for example, see, what I'm talking about is why youngsters should have a career option. And because I wanted to give more information, I attached the link here. So you can go there.
So it can be something I share on Facebook, like, I don't know, something which Augustine posted, and I share it on my Facebook. Is that what you mean, curated?
That's a reshared content, not curated. But if you can make a blog of people like Augustine in Kenya, you search on internet who else is doing a kind of work which Augustine is doing in maybe India, or maybe in Zimbabwe, or maybe in New York. Have other people. So if you, for example, if Tim has to blog, he can blog on top 5 crazy photographers of Den Bosch. Today I don't know who are crazy photographers of Den Bosch, but Tim is in that industry. And if he can tell me that who are the top 5 crazy photographers, then it's a value addition to me. That's called curated content, in which you gather information from outside and you make a nice package of that blog. Right? A competition, for example, for projects. What are the different kinds of nature projects which are going on, in which you can participate? That's called a curated content. And that's very important. Like, you will see, again, I will show you what kind of percentage you should use. I will come back. Who is your target audience for each type of content? See now, why you are deciding live video, promotion, these kind of content type, who is the target audience? For a promotional content, I know my target audience is my probable customer, who can become my customer. But for a curated content, if suppose, again I'm taking an example of Tim in the photography business. If he makes a curated content of top 5 photographers, then do you think he will get a probable business from that blog? No, he will get traffic on his blog. So everything is not about customers. Customers are like, how I tell you, customers will not come straight to your door. Customers come hidden in bulk. So if 5 readers come to your blog, in that there will be 1 customer. It cannot be that my social media strategy is just about customers. It will never work. You have to first produce something for free, let them consume something for free. If 20 people come to your shop, 2 will be your customers. But you cannot just focus on 2 customers, that I will only put content and only do marketing for those specific customers. It will become blank selling, which I told you in the first point. Social media is not about just selling. If you put social media as just a selling point, it won't sell. It won't sell. How often will you post? You have to think. So this is the time which you are deciding how often you have to post. Who will create the content? That you have to decide. Maybe 1 row here will be included, and you will say, okay, maybe Tim will put the pictures, Ludo will put this. So define people who will be taking care of that kind of content. How will you promote the content? So how will you promote the content is this. You are promoting by Facebook, LinkedIn, and let's see some more on it. What kind of what kind of content, what do you share on social media? Like the previous slide which I was showing you, everything is about this finally. And see, here you don't have anything about selling. Social media is not about selling your thing. Social media is about communication and adding value to your audience. So social media is about share. Share means if I have something nice with me, can I share it with you? So sharing is caring on social media. Listen to people, just not share, but listen what they are saying. Are they giving you compliments? Are they sharing something? Can you get out from what they are saying? Ask questions. Ask questions from the group. I use Facebook groups so much. I ask even the smallest of things on groups. And and that's where the community grows, and people know that, okay, then respond. If somebody is asking question, you respond with your answers, if you have any. Reward. A reward could be just a thanks as well. It's not that you have asked someone and people have answered and you are like, okay, yeah. Say at least a thanks, or maybe, wow, I loved your suggestion, let's have a dinner together. Or if you are a company, you can give a reward as well, like, yeah, take this free from us because you suggested. It has happened to me sometimes. You must have noticed that I share a lot of free events which are happening, the Learnshops. One of the Learnshops I shared, and the person just messaged me, hey, I loved your post that you are, and have this free coupon.
Cool.
Yeah, and it was a party coupon. So people really are, although it was in Amsterdam, I didn't go. But still, like I could see the difference that, no, people do love rewards, and social media is the best way. Demonstrate. I really focus on this 6th point. Demonstrate your knowledge in the field. I have heard so many people scared about this thought. Once I visited a client who was a doctor, and I said, your social media content should be about solutions. Tell people how they can get rid of the disease. He said, if I tell people, then why they will come to me? Because that's my business. And I was like, oh my God, like that means you have to really grow to understand the social media. No, the more you share your knowledge, the more customer will come. Your knowledge is your best selling point. It cannot, gone are the days where you can sell your service as magic. Although people think that internet marketing is magic, I don't know how you bring my rank up on Google or something. I tell them I'm not selling magic. And I know 10 years down the line, it was sold as magic. Every service was sold as magic. You don't worry, I will do something which you don't know. This is not the day. Tell everything exactly what you do. I share my sheets with them. That this is my sheet. If you can do it yourself, do it. I'll be the happiest person. But I know that you won't be able to do it because you have to concentrate on your own business. I can take care of your marketing part. So share as much as you can. it will only increase your business in this social media age. Champion your stakeholders. So champion your stakeholders means help people who are helping you grow. So if you are a shop owner, if you are a business owner of mobile phones, champion your retailers who are helping you to sell more mobile phones. So push them up as well. And establish your voice. Establish your voice means stand for something. People should know that Alice means this. He means this. So have a brand around you. I will come back. I need a glass of water. You can read this. This is also important slide. What kind of content you should share? Let us start with this one. There are these three kinds of rule which go in the market. This is called 80-20. It is also called Pareto principle. Yeah, so 80-20 rule. 80% of your blog should inform and entertain. See, it's not about selling. It's about 80% of the time. If you do 10 posts, 8 posts should be about information you are sharing, education and entertainment. These are the three crucial words for social media. In between those, only 20% of your post should be promoting your own brand. Only 20% of your time. Your main focus has to be education, so that people will learn something. Whenever I take some projects, I always tell my clients that your social media should always be an academy. Every business has to have a school or a college with it, and that school or college is your social media. Anything, if take any example, if you are making shoes, your website will sell shoes, but your social media should sell how to wear good shoes, how to make good choices of shoes, how to make shoes, how to repair your shoes. Everything should be how to. If you are a videographer, your website should sell your videography services, but your Facebook page should tell how to make videos, how to just everything about your business and how you work. So it has to be educational. Only in between 20% of the time you should sell that, okay, I have an offer to make, or these are my services. Similarly, if you want to divide this 80-20 into 1/3, 33%, 1/3 should promote your business. Readers generate, like this is the selling point. The selling. 1/3 should be ideas and stories from thought leaders. Again, something you are sharing the information or sharing some knowledge with them. And 1/3 should be your personal interactions, like you are connecting with your audience. So connection, maybe if I have to add one word here, I would add connection. Information, education, entertainment, and personal connection. A personal rapport with your audience. Based on which based on this sheet is made. Now you will understand here. See the content type. Promotion. So out of these 5, only 1 was your promotion. Other were all information. This was even on LinkedIn, only 1 was promotion. Rest all were information. You were selling. And people who sell too much on Facebook and social medias, you won't like their pages.
Why are you selling almost at the same time on all the platforms?
Almost on the?
Same time.
Yeah. Let me come to this slide.
Do you watch a time?
Yeah, 3:30. Should we take a break? But I have to. You will take?
Well, at
4:30 we close.
yeah.
Maybe I can.
After you finish,
Yeah.
take a break.
We'll take a break. I'll take only 10 minutes more, I guess. So this is about time. When should you post? This is a general rule which is followed these days. This is Twitter, this is Facebook, this is Google Plus, and this is LinkedIn. The 4 famous ones. On Twitter, you should post the most. On
Where's,
Instagram. Yeah, I missed it. But Instagram, if I say, you can compare Instagram with Google Plus. frequency when it comes to
but
time.
it depends on who you target, no?
It depends on who you target, but it also depends on the platform. Like how many times this is all because how many times you as a audience visit those platforms. How many times do you open your Facebook and how many times do you open your Instagram? Most of the people open their Instagrams more than Facebook. They open their Twitter even more than Instagram because Twitter is about quick news. So this is one of the graphs which the industry follows, in which on Twitter you should do, suppose today I'm publishing something, post. So it should go on Twitter, it should go on Facebook, and Google Plus. LinkedIn, choose a time.
The same post.
The same post at the same time. You can schedule it for LinkedIn. Scheduling as in because Twitter, Facebook, G+ are very social networks. Most of the time people check it at 10 o'clock at night maybe, or maybe when they just wake up and in their bed. But LinkedIn people check when they are in the office. So schedule it when they are in the office. I mostly do this. My LinkedIn posts are mostly at between 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock in the morning. I schedule them because that is the time where people, or maybe just before lunchtime, when people are having lunch and they want to open their LinkedIn and just check. Or the second highest is at 5 o'clock when they are just leaving the office. Right? So, but Twitter, many people just quickly open your phone and check Twitter. So it is said that when you are placing a post on Twitter, Twitter should be around 6 times a day. Choose Facebook 2 times a day, G+ around 3 times, and LinkedIn once. Don't push too much on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very professional network. People will not like if you post 5 posts a day. And if you are really serious about it, go read few blogs on it, and they will actually show you what are the best times to post on Facebook, what are the best times, and you will see when you are posting and those timings, your readership goes up.
Are they different posts or the same?
The same post, yeah, same post according to the strategy.
Okay.
Here,
Yeah.
So this is how
so
you divide your time.
One post you post 5 times on Twitter.
No,
in one day.
not the same post.
No, okay.
See here, I'm enlarging it. So today, suppose I posted this one. The second post should not be the repeated post. It's not that you are repeating the post on Twitter. This, see, day after post. So today is what? Today is Friday. So maybe the third post on Twitter would be my Thursday's post. So you are just circulating. So it's like this. The posts are not linear like this. You are repeatedly posting the posts. This could be a week before post. So you are seeing, you have to make a plan of like 1 month. So your train runs from 1 month. If you have posted something on 1st of June, then on 1st of July as well, that post will come back again. So this is how you keep repeating this stuff.
Same post.
The same post, and that applies to Twitter.
Paul, a friend of mine, I invited him for the Learnshop.
Hello, Paul. The same post, yeah. And that's why it can only be done on Twitter. Don't do this with Facebook. Because Twitter is that kind of a platform in which just people quickly check and go. And there are many new people at different points of time. So with Twitter you can do this, but not with Facebook, especially not with LinkedIn. You will never see people posting repeated stuff on LinkedIn. Yeah, makes sense? The last part. And again, a very important part. Test and evaluate everything which you do on social media or on internet is to be evaluated. If you cannot, Jack Welch, a very famous businessman, said one thing: if you cannot measure something, you cannot improve that thing. It applies to everything, even relationships, everything. If you cannot measure it, you cannot improve it. So whatever you are doing, have a measure. How will you measure? You remember I was talking about the promotional links which you get on with WhatsApp? I will show you what it is. So this is called URL shortener. Quickly I'll tell you, URL shortener is, suppose you are sharing your blog, then put your blog in this URL shortener. It will shorten your blog, but it will also now measure the traffic which is coming when somebody is clicking your blog. Yeah.
Bitly, but then.
Bitly, yeah, Bitly is one. I will show you how it looks, so you will get reminded. Um, yeah, simplify your links. So put your link here, and it will generate a short URL, and share that on social media. Now you will realize when you see social medias, sometimes it is like BITLL Bitly or something. These are called URL shorteners. When somebody clicks there, you get an analysis. See, all clicks. So these are the links posted on these dates and how many clicks you are getting. So this will give you an analysis that your social media which you have posted got enough clicks or not.
You can do that with any link.
Any link, yeah. Just put there. It's a Google product. So
So if I'm working on, let's see, Google Docs,
yeah,
I
even-
can see if people are working
yeah.
in my documents or not.
You can call them, hey, you didn't work
You didn't
on
work
that.
on it.
Yeah, there are some public documents as well. I will show you. I have one link as well. There was a link. It's a public document. Many times you share the public document only for view purposes, and you know how many people have viewed that document. So you know your marketing is working well.
But at least I will see, it's a shorted link, it's a trap.
It's a trap. Yeah. Let me show you another business trap.
You will click many times. It goes out.
This is what I was talking about, UTM parameter generator. Let me show you an example. Have you seen this kind of example on your WhatsApp? When people share something, and suppose it has a website name called example.com, and then you will see UTM source, UTM medium. If you have not seen, observe that. Many a times things which are getting floated. Shall I show you my I would have shown you my WhatsApp. I got a link, and many times people tell me that why don't you reply back to me on when I share something with you? Because I realized that was not a genuine share. That was shared because of marketing purposes. And how you realize that is when this comes. See, with every link, let me show you how it works, and then you will understand. This is called UTM Builder, Campaign Builder. This is also Google's product. Just imagine, Google does all these things. So that means it's good. Campaign URL Builder. So for example, the oneworldcitizens.com. Now, today I'm running a marketing campaign for One World Citizens, and my marketing campaign says that, okay, I'm putting this much money on Facebook, I'm putting this much money on Instagram, I'm putting this much money on WhatsApp, I'm putting this much money. So maybe different kind of platforms, okay? Now what I do is, I put it here, the website URL, that means example.com, and then I put campaign source. So in the campaign source, I will write here Google, and fill up different things. Again, I will put this thing and write Facebook. Again, I will write Instagram, and for the same website, I will create 6 to 7 URLs. And those URLs I will share on different platforms. So now I will know that from where the traffic is coming. You're getting my point? Now see what is...
Click, then you can see the clicks.
If
it comes from your
Facebook,
account
it comes
or from your Instagram.
yeah. So here you put your website, then your campaign source, then campaign medium. So it trickles down to around 2-3 levels. And you can always, like, campaign term, maybe for One World Citizens, one of the campaign terms could be NGO. Another campaign could be uniting people, whatever the keywords of the business are. And you can actually see which keyword is working. And this is how then the URL becomes. Now can you see? Example.com, UTM source news. So that means you are sharing this campaign in the news sources. Then UTM medium is email, the email campaigns which you receive. My suggestion to you would be, whenever you are clicking something on your email or wherever, and when it opens on a new website, read that thing. Read this thing. Whenever you are opening a website, for example, this, always focus on this thing. So this thing is the original link of that blog. But when you see something like this, question mark UTM source equal to Facebook, comma UTM equal to, when these things are coming, only this much is good enough. But all these things show that from where the traffic has come. That means this guy has deliberately planted his link on those platforms. And he wanted you to read, so it was a campaign. And that's why in the initial session, somebody told me that, what about the Trump and thing? When you open a Trump link, you will see all these stuffs. And then you know that it was a campaign that was running. And it was not just, see any viral stuffs on your WhatsApp.
But do you make these links in the Google tool you just showed before?
Yeah, you
and
make
then
them.
It's like a shortened URL, but then a longer.
Yeah, so that becomes longer, but again, you can shorten them.
Yeah.
But at least your campaign is made. Today, like, where's my phone?
On the
Oh, yeah. I saw a WhatsApp campaign. Somebody told me that, hey, this guy is in pain and we need donation or something. It was okay. But then I saw the URL and it has this question mark, UTM source, WhatsApp and all that. And I'm got low. This is a campaign which is running.
Oh.
And this is not just an individual who is posting.
Yeah.
But maybe a marketer is... So basically there is a marketing guy who is running those campaigns. Because he's trying to evaluate and measure what kind of efforts people are taking. So this was traffic evaluation. Traffic evaluation happens from this, and the third one is even more important, Google Analytics. You really have to have a Google Analytics page. I can again quickly show you how it looks, so you just understand. This is how Google Analytics looks like, and it can show you from where the traffic is coming, from Google Plus, how many sessions were open, for how many minutes people were on your page, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, everything. Like, that's why digital marketing is so efficient, because everything can be measured to the last line. If I share this slide, you can open this link as well, Neil Patel's, and it will show you some engagement evaluation. On social media, you should also know how much people are engaging with you, how they are talking with you, what kind of... You understand engagement? Engagement is when they are engaging with your post, and engagement doesn't mean just by just looking, but also talking about your post, sharing, resharing, commenting. All these are engagement things. And there are many tools, free tools. This blog is about that, free tools. So for example, Social Mention. Social Mention is a free web-based app that can track brand mentions across blogs, microblogs, your bookmarks, social media, and more. Then there is Hootsuite, is one of the best social media automation tools on the market. So it can automatically keep posting your posts.
Yeah.
So there are so many. TweetDeck can tell you about...
How do you do that? You take one moment in the beginning of the month and you prepare all your posts?
Yeah. All your posts, all your analytics tool and everything, and just then relax and let the magic happen.
Nice.
That's how professional it is done. Otherwise, if you keep doing every day, no, your energy will be lost. You will be just doing the social media, nothing else.
Yeah.
But initial 1 week or 2, 3, 4 days, you have to engage yourself in social media, plan everything for the next 6 months.
And then you just only do the reactions if people ask questions.
Yeah. Then of course you have to do it. It's not that you are sitting idle, but then reply to them, answer their comments and everything else.
Yeah.
And the last part, for what you exist, calculate your ROI. Many people don't do that. They don't understand how much I earn and how much did I earn from my social media efforts. If I earn 100 euros, what is my percentage? So this is the formula. Your profit, if I make 100 euros and I spend 50 euros in my social media activities, and that 50 euros should be both in terms of people hour and my ad budget. So I paid salaries, I made this kind of content, everything combines makes total investment of my social media. Divide profit by social media and multiply by 100, and that will show you your social media ROI. Percentage. And that's what you have to measure, that, okay, I'm spending this much, I'm getting this much.
So it depends how much you value your working hours also.
Yeah, of course, yeah. You have to measure your working hours. Your personal, or maybe if you have employed people, so you have to measure your working hours. Cool. Because I don't have time, I would have showed you some videos on Instagram and Facebook, but maybe it's the time when I can pass on the stage to Ludo, and he will be telling you about Instagram. But if you wish, I can play a 2-minute video on Instagram so people are ready.
Just show it, and then I would suggest a 5-minute break.
Yeah, too much strategy stuff.
And then,
or maybe I can play the video later on. Let's have a break and then...
And then the video and then me. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. can pause the live stream. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Piyush.
Thank you very much for listening. I know it was not the most entertaining presentation because it was a bit of strategy, and strategies are not too interesting, but this is how it is.
It was really interesting.